burner at wide receiver, as utter dominance has moved him within range of the single-season receiving record. It's the Black Knights and the Giants on EA Sports.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between our visitors and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. And Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, and Zach Wilson.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They go right back to Singletary. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be out right at the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Here's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Singletary trying the left side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And what a great call defensively there, because they decided to bring pressure off the corner. And a lot of times, those big linemen, they can't account for the speed of a defensive back. And that time, he made a beeline right for the quarterback and got it. The cat blitz, tough to defend.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man. Complete. A huge play there for Houston. 53 yards. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Another try for Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Black Knights will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had 1 week ago.
Being in the groove and really odds of what we're seeing right here. You don't see it happen very often. Listen, you get a pick six in a season. It's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. The New York set to take the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Singletary again, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here on these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned. Through the first 3 drives, they're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here,
he's got a man, complete, touchdown. Quez Watkins with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. In trouble, and he's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Touchdown! A great play there. His 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Here's Wilson. He's got Slayton on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Once again, he finds Slayton. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. To throw is Wilson. Touchdown, Giants. Cole Kmet, his 2nd touchdown. And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The drive suffered on time, 5 plays. And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Houston set to take over. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. We didn't even get a chance to see them for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
All eyes on Zach Wilson leading his team back out for this next drive.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
From the 31, Wilson. Pressure comes and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Here's Wilson to throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to Slayton. And he will have a Giants 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. This is caught by Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25.
So the 3 points there, and CD that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And now out comes Houston.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
To try again after the sack. Williams brings it in.
Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And all the way in. New York.
Mike Williams.
81 yards.
And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cut the lead down to 18. The long touchdown pass gets him 6. A very, very tidy two-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown.
Quez Watkins.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Black Knights continue to pull away here in this first half. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Throwing again on second down. Wilson.
A throw left side taken in by Komet.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing is Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. To throw again is Wilson. And a quick throw here that's complete. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
On 4th and goal, here's the option.
And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. In a design QB run in that spot, maybe trying to catch the defense off guard a bit. It didn't work, though.
Again, we're seeing that college influence come into the NFL. Quarterback run game on 4th down. We didn't see that very much in the previous years in the NFL.
No, seeing it more. Saw it there. Didn't. He's got a man. Complete. 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston.
They continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. Yeah, this is going to be covered up by the Giants. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. To throw again on second down. Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On third down, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And this one is right through. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
They'll throw now on the final play. Going deep here for Watkins. And got his man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. But they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Black Knights have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And Hall not going to bring this one out.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Singletary to get the drive started. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. It's Williams on the catch. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
With a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston's offense taking over again. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards.
And the Black Knights have now opened up a 7-touchdown lead. Unbelievable.
The extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. Yeah, the Giants ready to come out now.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Houston set to take over. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 45 yards.
And the Black Knights get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And Hall not going to bring this one out.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Now Wilson. Catch made by Slayton. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, this offense's interception woes they kind of had in the first half. But they forward them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they will play, I expect them to do exactly that.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. And New York set to take the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And the Giants send out their punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And now out comes Houston.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown. 36 yards. And the Black Knights will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Hall not going to bring this one out. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Operating from the gun, Wilson. That ball caught by Slayton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st down, Wilson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Now it's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Singletary.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
To throw is Wilson. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Darius Slayton,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They go play action with Hurts. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Black Knights add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Out is
the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Giants going to take over again on offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Jamin Davis in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson over the middle, complete. That's Osborne. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And quickly they get to the line.
18 Cardinal.
And he's got some space here.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hurt sets up to throw it.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just hand over targets. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And this is caught by Williams. A big play there for the Giants. And even 60 yards. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us? That
a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, I think there was a little too much heat on that one. He's trying to hit his running back out of the backfield. Normally, you want to get the ball to them in stride. But here, this one's coming in hot. And it tips off his hands and into the arms of the defender.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. Wilson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point splits the Oaklands as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable in the final quarter of play. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying.
And this will be caught at the 30. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Break. 60 Bobcats. 79 Broncos.
But first down hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Giants come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense